What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. And today's video kind of come in as a special request. I had a guy reach out to me and said, look, man, I'm wanting to film some turkey hunts this upcoming season and maybe some deer hunts this fall. I'm not really wanting to do the whole YouTuber and vlogging thing. I just want to, capture the hunt and kill shot and things like that and be able to share it with my friends. And my response to his request is I would go with the Tactacam. Now, this camera that I have, this is the Tactacam 4.0. It's a really nice camera. I've had this camera for a couple of years now, but it just doesn't suit me as a waterfowler. And the reason is, you turn this camera on, when you turn it on, it's filming the whole time just like a regular camera. I like a camera that I typically use now, which is the Shotcam, that I can bump the gun and that activates the camera and it captures what I want it to capture when I want it to capture it. Whereas this one is basically just like this Canon camera I'm filming on right now. Once you turn it on and hit record, it's recording. So it doesn't really work good for me for duck hunting. But turkey hunting or deer hunting, this camera is perfect. It comes with a gun mount. You can put it on your barrel, underneath your barrel, and it films whatever your gun's pointing at. That's what you're filming. That's why I say it's a really good camera for turkey hunting, because when you set up turkey hunting in the woods, whether you're setting up over some decoys or if you just set up in the woods calling to him, you done honed in on which way he's coming, because you're hearing him gobble and strut and whatever it may be. So you've got your gun turned to that direction, so you're going to get him coming in and you're going to get your kill shot. So this is a really good option for that. Same applies to deer hunting. This camera, you can turn this mount, you can loosen the mounts up right here on the camera and actually turn this mount sideways or whichever way you want to mount it. You can mount it to the side on your scope and it will film right down the side of your rifle. Or you could put it on the gun barrel if you wanted to, whichever one you chose. Also, you can take this mount off and they make a stabilizer mount that will mount to your bow. So if you're bow hunting, you can film it. Whatever your bow is pointing at while you're at full draw, you're going to be filming. You're going to capture all of that. So it's a really good camera for deer hunting. It's a really good camera for turkey hunting. I would recommend this camera to anyone who is just wanting to get into some filming, maybe capture some hunts, and they can have it on their phone or their computer and they can share it with their friends at work, family, whatever it may be. But that's the biggest convenience of this camera. It's small, it's compact, it's not that expensive. You can pick this camera up for about 400 bucks, maybe a little less. Just shop around, check on Amazon. I'll actually put a link in the description down below if you want to go pick one of these up on Amazon. But it has 5x zoom capabilities, it has slow motion. You just have to go in there in your settings and select those things. But this is not really a camera review, so I'm not going to go really deep on this camera and what it's capable of doing and what it can do. But if you're just simply wanting to film a little hunt and your kill shot and things like that, this is a great camera because it has Wi-Fi. You turn the Wi-Fi on and turn your Wi-Fi on your cell phone, and you can connect the camera to it and download the footage off of the camera onto your phone. And that's more or less really what he's looking for. He just wants the footage. He can film the hunt, get the footage on his phone, share it with his friends and family, and this is a great, affordable, easy way to do that. I'm actually going to do some turkey hunting this year myself. I'm not really a big turkey hunter, but okayed. He's never killed a turkey. He wants to get his first turkey, so we're going to try to get that on film this year, and I will be using this Tactacam. So hopefully, Lord willing, if we have some success, gets lucky and kills him a turkey, you'll get to see that here in the next few weeks, hopefully. I'll actually show you some footage. This footage you're looking at on the screen right now with the turkey decoys I got set up out in the yard, this was filmed with the Tactacam. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what this camera can do, what your image is going to look like, what you can capture. And I'm filming at about 15 yards. So it kind of gives you an idea about what you're doing. But if you're wanting to just do some personal filming and try to capture a hunt on film and kill shots and things like that, I would go with the Tactacam. It's really affordable. It's not that expensive. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is you can go on the Tactacam website and they have an attachment for this that will go on the eyepiece on your scope. It's called a FTS mount, and that stands for film through the scope. So whatever you're seeing, looking at through your deer scope or rifle scope, you're filming the whole time. It's filming what you see through the scope. So that's another way you can capture kill shots and footage through a rifle versus mounting it on the side or underneath the barrel. I think this is a great option for somebody who's wanting to just do some small filming and try to capture a hunt. I would go with this hands down. It will work really good for that. But if you're a waterfowl hunter, this camera is not really going to be suited for you, in my opinion, depending on what you want to do with it. Now, if you want to just mount this camera on a blind and just, as a fixed camera and film your spread and what comes in, and people walking out there and picking birds up, or your dog going out there and picking birds up, it'll work just fine for that. But as far as capturing kill shots, I just don't like it for that. The Shotcam is a better option if you're wanting to capture kill shots, as far as duck hunting or maybe dove hunting, pheasant hunting, something like that. Any kind of wing shooting, I would recommend the Shotcam. But when it comes to deer and turkeys, the Tactacam, in my opinion, is the way to go, because you can turn this thing on. It's silent, doesn't make any noise. You don't have to move the gun, bump the gun, or anything like you do with the Shotcam, and it's filming. It's going to capture whatever you have it mounted to, and whatever it's pointed at, it's going to capture it. And it's a really good image. You'll be happy with it. And the convenience of having the Wi-Fi and being able to download the footage and save it to your phone is really convenient. You can go have a good turkey hunt in the morning, kill a nice gobbler, download your footage over to your phone and go back to work the next day, tell your buddies about your turkey you killed, and you can show them the hunt. So it's a nice option, and it's really convenient for the deer and turkey hunter, in my opinion. So now, what have y'all all been waiting for? I know you've been waiting on the cave update, but I had to go over that Tactacam stuff first, because I just think, with turkey season coming up, I just think that's a really good thing to share. I know I had a guy reach out to me asking me those questions about wanting to film his turkey hunts and maybe some deer hunts coming up this fall, and he just wanted a small compact camera that would do the job, and I highly recommend the Tactacam. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. The link's in the description below. But yeah, we're getting ready for turkey season too. Hopefully OK can get him one this year. But I know y'all want to see the cave, so let's check out the cave. The cave has come a long ways from last week. Last week, all I had for you was I had the floor framed out and was beginning to start laying my plywood. So things have changed a little bit. I'm going to be able to go over the floor plan with you today. So here's my progress on the cave. She's coming on along, ain't she? Got all my stub walls built, stood up, framed, got the roof on, doorway, everything's ready to go. So let's go inside and take a look at this. Things are about to slow down a little bit on the cave. My plan is to hopefully get all the plywood put up today and on the outside, and then I'll begin doing some wiring, installing my light switches and plugs and that kind of thing. And then the slow stuff begins, which if anybody who's ever built anything or knows anything about carpentry, the slow stuff is the finished work. But anyway, what we'll do is you walk in the door here. This is the front door. You walk in the door and there's a hallway. See, I built a hallway right here. You walk in this hallway, and this is where, if any of you guys send anything, and that brings up a good point, if you want to send something to the channel that you want to have featured in the cave, I put the P.O. box right here below. It's also listed in the description below. Just make sure whatever you send is appropriate, nothing vulgar, nothing like that. But I'm looking for, waterfowl stuff, so maybe some old decoys, old duck calls, pictures, whatever. But in reality, if you want to send something, it really doesn't matter what it is. Just keep it clean, keep it appropriate. But this is where I'm going to feature these things, is on actually 2 walls. Hopefully, people send some stuff. But either way, if not, I got plenty of pictures and other stuff that can go in here either way. But I'm going to use these 2 walls right here to put the things that people send me. So I got a lot of space to fill up. So if y'all want to send something, P.O. box is in the description or right here on the screen. So jot that down, send something to me. I'd love to have it, and whatever gets sent to me, I'm going to open on camera. So it'll be featured in the video, and then once the cave is completed, it'll be in here. So, but yeah, this is the hallway. What you'll do is you'll walk down this hallway, and back here, this is what I'm calling the gear room. Now what'll be back here in the gear room, this will be where like my waders will be stored, decoys, mojos, decoy bags, all that type stuff. And I know what you're thinking, well, you keep a lot of that stuff in the trailer. Yeah, I do. The problem is when I'm not using the trailer, if I'm traveling back and forth somewhere, or if I have to take the boat, I'm constantly taking stuff from the trailer to my truck, and I usually don't put it back in the trailer. I've been throwing it in my workshop. Well, then it's in the way, and I'm trying to do something in there. So I just wanted a place where I could organize things and store it and not have to fill up my workshop with duck hunt stuff, because I got a bunch of it. But that's what's going to be in here. I'm going to put my wader rack in here. I've got two. I'm going to bring one and put in here. Hang the waders up in here. Probably going to build like a table shelf type thing right here against this wall. Just a place to charge and plug up mojos and, you know, Higdon pulsators, those kind of things. Going to do that here. So this is the gear room. So that's the gear room, and the next room I'm going to show you is where I'll be doing all my filming at home, Waterfowl Wednesdays, maybe some live streams, things like that. Anything that's filmed at home indoors will be done in this room right here. And what I did, when you come down the hallway, I just framed a doorway. It'll just be a cased opening right here by the front door, and you'll walk in and you've got this big room here. Now I'm gonna have a permanent set over here in this corner right here, I'm thinking, and over here in this opposite corner is where my desk and computer and all that type stuff will be. That's where I'll do all my editing and that type thing. Also in this room, this is where all of my duck and goose mounts will be featured, I guess you could say. They'll all be throughout the room, on the walls, wherever. But I'm going to have a permanent set, like I said. I've got some really, really cool ideas that I'm going to do as far as my background and my backdrop behind me, what I'm going to have featured behind me when I'm doing my filming inside. So I'm really, really looking forward to showing y'all that. But we're a long ways from that. But it's going to be really cool. And like I said, on this other side, I'll have, you know, my desk, my computers, all that type stuff. All the editing will be done over there. Probably gonna put a TV out here just while I'm sitting here editing. I got something got some noise going on, something I can watch, whatever, you know. Gonna have an air conditioner obviously in here somewhere. Obviously not going with central heating and air, but I'm gonna put just a window unit in, probably on this far wall over here, and try to keep myself cool and warm in the winter. But yeah, it's coming on along. Hopefully before dark I can have the plywood on the walls and have it dried in for the most part, with the exception of the door. I haven't went and picked up the door yet. Gonna go do that in the next day or so, and while I'm there, probably gonna go ahead and get some flooring. I got to get my plugs and my switches and junction boxes and all those type of things. So getting ready to start on the finish work, which, like I said, anybody who knows anything about carpentry and construction, that's when you really pump the brakes, when you start doing the finish work. I know I told you last week I really haven't decided on what I want to put on the floor. I've done about just decided I'm going to lay some laminate flooring in here. It's going to be about the easiest thing to do. I mean, obviously we're not going to lay hardwood or nothing like that. And vinyl flooring, it's just a pain in the butt gluing that mess down. We ain't fooling with all that. So I think I'm just going to lay some laminate flooring in here throughout. And my walls, I really have not decided on what I want to put on my interior walls. I thought about doing some rough cut lumber. I thought about a few other options. I really just haven't decided on anything yet. I know what I'm going to do back here where I was telling you about my set's going to be, but that's all different because, you know, I know what I'm going to do. I got for my backdrop and all that, but everything else, I really just haven't pulled the trigger on anything and made a decision on. So if you got any cool ideas, be sure and drop it in the comments below. Also, if you're liking these cave videos, drop it in the comments. Let me know If you have some ideas, maybe it's something I haven't thought about, maybe it's something I haven't mentioned, something you think would be cool in here if I did or if I added to it, drop it in the comments below. But that's where we're at on the cave. I got this giant stack of plywood here. Finna start getting that stuff put up here on the outside, getting everything screwed down, and get this baby dried in and begin the slow work. But yep, this is the duck cave. I hope y'all are enjoying these videos. Like I said, if you like the cave videos or if you have any suggestions or ideas, drop it in the comments below. Let me know. And I'm looking forward to taking y'all along on this whole process with this cave. It's going to be really cool. I've got some really great ideas for, you know, my set and decorations, I guess you could say, on the inside. So I'm really looking forward to taking you along through this whole process and showing you what I got. And I can't wait to get it done and start filming in here so you can enjoy it and view what all I've done. But that's all I got for you this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different, but I wanted to put that information out there about that Tactacam just because we're a few weeks away from turkey season. And if there's somebody like my friend who's interested in, you know, just trying to capture a hunt on film and be able to share it with his friends, then that's a great option, is the Tactacam 4.0 or the Tactacam 5.0. And they also have another version that doesn't have any zoom capabilities or anything like that. It's called the Tactacam Solo. I think it is the 2.0. Either way, all the links will be below in the description if you want to pick up one of those cameras. But that's all I got for you this week, guys. So until next time, y'all bust them up.